And this one is all decked out with whiskey, coffee, and a gun. The other guy's not so lucky. Hey, welcome back, everybody. The Accidental Survivor here, and we're back with another episode of Miss Survival. And well, I mean, stuff is doing pretty well. Let's go ahead and water that stuff. It looks like it could use it. Turn you on. This one, I don't know whether it needs it or not, but we're gonna get it anyway. You too. You definitely need it. You're still growing. You guys, I think I don't have. Yeah, I do have plants in there. Yeah, all right, let's get you watered. Make sure you keep growing. All right, turn you off, and we're done. Oh, no. No. What the hell, dude? There we go. Hang it up. All right. So we're going to let that go as it is. You know, that is our vegetable garden plot stuff here, and everything's going to grow. The tomatoes are growing pretty well. We only have a few things here to finish. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and spawn in the components needed so we can go ahead and build these fences, because this is probably going to be the final episode here of this series. And I say that sadly because I really do like this game, and in no way am I, you know, disparaging it for its many flaws. You know, and there are, and some of them are just, it just makes me think of Miss Survival whenever I run across something like that again. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap the series up. And I will come back to Miss Survival in the future if the developer continues to work on updates and maybe fix some of the bugs and stuff like that. But for this episode, we're going to finish up all the little projects that we needed to that we couldn't finish up. Now, I'm not going to go through here and put all the fences in, you know, with the sticks and stuff like I originally intended, just because it is a big mess. It is a lot to do. But let's go ahead and finish up our projects and see if we can finish this base up. So, let me, oh, you know, I never put anything going across here. Oops. All right, well, I didn't break anything, so I guess that's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get some components. All right, there's 4 right there. And then, yeah, there we go. So I got 4 stacks of that stuff. Oh, look at my thirst. Wow, let me go ahead and take a drink. Yeah, if we need something to finish the base up, I'll just go ahead and spawn it in right here like that. I don't know why that was still there, but okay. But now, that way we can just get this stuff all finished. And I don't think we need sticks for any of this stuff. I think it's just these component boxes. So we can get that done. Yeah, and we just needed 1 for this. 7 minutes, dude. All right. Wish I could get rid of that chicken or find Scott, but I can't get him back either. We got to go outside to get the other fence. Yeah, I can't, like, bleed through walls and stuff like that. I can only spawn limited items in. Where are we at? All right, let's try to finish these up. We just needed the components. All right. Okay. Those are all the fence sections that we needed to get in. Yep, we did a double one here because we just needed the one, but it looks better that way. And that is done. All right. Now, what other projects did we have laying around that we wanted to just knock out and we never got around to and are never finished? Now, we have some stuff over here. Let's go ahead and put that into here. Now, I could do the fences all the way around like I was saying with the other thing. The floors here, you know, had I had the blueprints in place, I would have probably tried to finish them. I'm just going to leave it as is. You know, this is more like it was supposed to wrap around the entire school, which was going to just take forever. And then I'd have fences around it. But now it acts more like a... I can come down here and walk around the outside. You know, if somebody's attacking my base, I can look down on them from right here. And if I can't see around the wall, I can always run over here. You know, that makes a good purpose for that. And, of course, we have this walkway here. But I don't see anything else that needs to be built. Now, we got a lot of furniture here that we really didn't have a place for. So, you know, I had a symbol on there to plant something. Huh. All the rooms up here are pretty much done. You know... We even got the tomato plant right there. as decoration. We have this over here. Let me do this. Let's just put you over in the corner. I'll get you out of the way first. And we'll go ahead and set you in the corner. Maybe that'll look a little bit better. And then we can take the chairs like this, and if nothing else, you know, we'll just make them a little bit neater, so they're not just piled up on the floor. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's kind of like, I'll say I can stack them, but I can't turn them upside down. Otherwise, that will probably look pretty cool. Get you right there. I mean, they're not going to be perfect, but they'll be out of the way. Be out of the way and against the wall and semi neat. All right. So all those chairs are done. Yeah, see, this is kind of like it's finished. We got the TV up on the wall. Nice fireplace. The plant's not really blocking the TV. Maybe. I don't know. Now, whoever's watching that TV will have to figure it out. We got our kitchen stuff set up there. This was all done there. You know, the only thing, I don't think we ever continued working. We just went a certain way, and then we kind of just stopped. Yeah, we got the stairs going down. Yeah, that is right. We finished that up. That was pretty good. Yeah, to get us over there. We didn't put any rails up here, which we could have done, or may have done in the future if I continued the series. But, yeah, that was that. And what else do we have? Dude, I'm stuck on Scott's freaking little tent area. I don't let Scott stay in one of the good rooms. He's got to stay outside in a tent. All right, we got all this stuff. Let me try to straighten this up. You know, we don't really have a place for this. Although I could put down another table next to this one and just make it look like it's a bigger table. You know, for the kitchen, food prep area, something like that. Yeah, that looks actually pretty good. And we got those chairs down here that we can slide right in there with that. Yeah, they go right there with that table perfectly. And they even match the other ones. Awesome. And we got to do something with these lamps as well. I just want to get all this furniture cleared up, everything nice and straightened up. Still moving. Stop. You know what? It looks lived in. I'll leave it like that. It don't have to be perfect. This chair here, I kind of... You know, we don't really have anything in the middle. What if I did this? Whoa, what the heck? I got a little bit of lag right there. Oh, I can't even set it down. It looks terrible. What the heck? Let me try this. Alright, this one's working okay. It's not giving me a bunch of lag. If I put that a little bit out of the way right there, and this one a little bit out of the way right here, a little bit further spread apart, yeah. Here's that damn lag again. It's just this one chair. There it goes. Alright. We let go of it. The lag stopped. That's a little bit better. And now we got an extra chair. It doesn't quite match, but the way I got it in the middle makes it match better than if I had it all off to the side. Lamps. We got a couple lamps. Not really any place to put these. You know, we got a lamp there by the TV. We don't need a lamp in the kitchen. You know, maybe up here. We got to get rid of that bed, too. You know, one right here probably looks like it could be okay. No, that looks terrible. This is a lamp for a room. Or maybe like behind a chair. Yeah, let's do that. What the hell? Alright, we'll get you out of the way first. Move you and... yeah. So I'll put you in the back. And then if we put the chair in front of it, you'll see the lamp, but you won't see the base of the lamp. And it'll just look better. I think. Like that. There you go. So you're coming up, yeah, you don't really see the lamp, but you do see the chair with the... hell, it looks like... looks like an electric chair. Yeah, come here. Take a seat. We got to get rid of this bed stuff. You know what I may do, because that looks tacky and terrible. We had a storage area. Oh, yeah, down here. Let's close this door. What if I just put it, like right here? Storage. We got our water storage. And we got our storage there. We got our empty boxes and luggage and suitcases. And yeah, that'll work. And we still got this other lamp as well. Let's see if we had another chair situation like that. Or maybe a different location. Oh, I got a better idea. Down this hallway. Kind of like in the corner. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, that looks alright. Oh, this freaking door is not done. We need 4 planks. Alright, let's go finish that up. That's right. At the end of the last episode, I was chopping all the planks and stuff up in order to finish that. So we needed 4. Hold on. Oh yeah, we got planks. And now we can finish you. All right. And then now we can get inside of here. Now this is not much. I mean, it's not really anything in here, but that's supposed to be like what would be the bathroom. Yep, and we got more lamps and stuff in there. Okay, those are all finished. This is finished. That room is finished. Oh, no, it's not. What do we need here? What do we need? We need 6 cinder blocks and 2 concrete bags. We do have those. 6 cinder blocks and 2 concrete bags. Those are way down at the bottom here. I don't know if I can carry that much. All right, 6 cinder blocks. So let's do this. Let's move 2. Too much weight. All right, let me drop these here. Oh, are you kidding me? We split 1. Oh, I split half. Oh, there we go. Oh, we don't need these then. All right, so we have 6. Let's split 1 and get you out. All right, now we need cement. I don't know how much I can carry. I can take 1. I can take 2. Nope. All right, too much weight. I probably can't run. No, I can't run. All right, we'll get some of this stuff up there, and then we'll come back for the rest of these cement. Where are we going? Nope, can't run. I should drop off some of that stuff in my inventory. We honestly don't have that much on us. You know, nothing that weighs that much. It just stinks that the bathroom's like at the top floor all the way in the back. But we'll get that done, and then that'll be the bathtub completed. That way when I do our grand tour at the end here, I won't walk into a room to show you stuff and all of a sudden be like, oh, crap. Oh, we only needed 2 cement concrete bags. We got them both. Oh, nice. I'm starving. Oh, crap. All right. I got food. So there we go. We got the bathtub done. And let's go grab something to eat. And I didn't realize I didn't need that many more salmon. We had everything we needed. Oh, perfect. So we don't have to go back to well, we do got to go back to get the components back. Let's take a beef can. All right. Okay. That is done. Let's close you up. That's all straightened out, kind of neatish. We got the lamps moved. We got the furniture that was piled up moved. We got this stuff put away over here. We still got some stuff, before I close that door, we still have some stuff way up top. That's up here in this little area here I wanted to straighten up. Like this table. Where the hell am I putting this thing? I may just put that down in storage. Yeah, kind of like this. This stuff, I got to find a place for that too. Put all you right in here. Let's get you behind the water tank, back in the corner. There we go. All right, we got our hides drying. We got our meat. Yep, everything is good. And what else do we have in our inventory we need to drop out? I'll hold on to the nails and planks and all that stuff. We may need them for something we come across that needs to be built. While we're waiting on me to think of what I'm supposed to do next, let me run out to the truck. And I still think there's some things that need to be unloaded from in here. We pretty much pulled everything except for like these tanks. You know, this would not be stored there. We'd have that with the other propane tanks over here. This is all good to go over in this area. Oh, this is the tanks here. And yep, these are all right in here. And we got one more, so let's go grab that. Yep, we got our logs over here, our log rack, the ATV. We still got that bed. We got that bed up on the roof I need to grab too. Let me do that first. All right. All right, we still got it. At least I hope we got it. Let me make sure. Yep, we got it. All right, you can stop anytime now. Looks like it's getting dark too. So let me do this. Let's get inside. We'll close you up. We're probably going to get some sleep. And we need some place to put this bed. And I don't think it's going to fit in this little storage area. So I have a better idea. We're going to take that bed and put it out on the outside storage area, which is right in here. And it's covered. It's enclosed, so it looks good. It doesn't look like it's going to be out here like in the rain or something like that. And we just put you there. There you go. So anything big, bulky like that, we can just bring out here, and that's our excess storage. That way it's out of mind, out of sight, out of mind. And what time is it? It's 4 p.m. All right, we got a little bit of time. We got a little bit of time. Let's get the rest of that, or the other propane tank. I just don't want to be working like into the night. These are all cleared out, I believe. Yep, that's just got the excess stuff. These are all been... No, they have not been cleared. Damn. Well, let's take a few of these out. Oh, another guitar. Oh, there's some scrap metal. But that's not what I needed. I needed those components. All right, that's all done. These are all emptied. I believe we got a fishing pole. But I think that's it. And those are excess to potentially sell to the trader. Or trade if we go back. And we'll get these out, and then this is pretty much empty. All right. We'll put you down here, and that's all the propane tanks out in their proper place. Those are the fuel barrels that we have that we brought back. Except for the one, I think, that we left right here at the entrance to this place on the inside, in case we ever decide to blow it. I think I may have blown it already. I may have blown it open once. I don't remember. And we have a battery on us, and we had car stuff in here. Yep, we'll put you right into there. We got all our car engines, our gas cans. That I have the... Oh, it's in the vehicle. I didn't take it out. Get all these... all this stuff here put away. Knives. Here we go. Let's get that knife out. That's a good one here. We'll hold on to that. Hard hats. None of those. No. No. That's the paint. No sewing kits. Here, the whiskey. And then the cloth is way down here. Okay. Matches. We have matches in several locations, but I'm going to just put these over here. There we go. Damn, that chicken, man. I swear. I won't miss that. We'll get you out there. Medical. Where do we have all these? I think I put that upstairs. I took the whole cabinet up there. Yeah, that was a good place for it. Up in that medical bay. Here we go. You just look in and see the hospital curtains. You're like, yep, this is the place. Not there. No. No. You know, they should be in here, though. Let's put that in here. Because that's a syringe. Yeah, we'll put that in there. I don't know where I got the other ones. Maybe downstairs somewhere. Okay. Never got any lighting or anything like that hooked up to this place other than the fireplaces. It just never got near a generator or nothing. Duct tape. Let's get that duct tape out. And we got this propane tank, which goes over here. It's probably, yeah, so he's probably full. So I'm just going to put you there. And we got that scrap metal out. What did I have? The duct tape. Let's find that. Here we go. I got more gloves. I think I mentioned that last time. I was like, yeah, every time I'm gonna open up a cabinet and just gonna randomly have a pair of gloves in there. Planks. Let's stack them up. And we got the plate, and that goes up in the kitchen. That goes up top, and we have excess ammo. All right, easy enough. Let's see. We got the pans there. I'm sure we got room for more of them over here. We got the buckets. There's another pan. There you go. And our plates are here somewhere. There we go. Ammo and guitar. Yep, we got the armory all decked out. Chairs against the wall. Those are just excess. Here we go. And that guitar, I mean, that's more like decoration, really. We'll put it right here. It's taking a long time to freaking spin. All right, hold on. I think I got that glitch again. Or the lag. Oh, no. Crap. I don't want to leave it like that. All right, let's try it again. Yeah, look how slow it's going. All right. Just face me. There you go. Done. All right, leaving it right there. Great. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and get everything set up. And we will do our final tour. And that'll be the last episode of this series. So, bear with me for a few seconds. For you, it'll be really quick. For me, it'll be a little bit longer. But I'll see you right after this fade out. All right. I made sure everything was straight. All the doors are closed so that when we go through the tour here, everything looks like it should. You know, nothing like you're not walking into a messy house, basically. We've completed all the build projects. I didn't see anything that was left unbuilt. You know, when we first found this school, I thought it was a pretty cool place to maybe potentially have a base. But I had no idea that it was ever going to look like this or get this big or, you know, even potential for even to get it bigger. But, yeah, this is pretty crazy. And, you know, we never really utilized any of the space inside the school. Not really. You know, almost all of our base, you know, 99.9% of it is on top of the school. But as you saw, you know, we've got our truck that we leave right here. So I'll give you the tour. Give you the tour of everything we've got. We've got our first truck that we had, which was customized. We have the trailer that's customized to carry stuff. This is a general purpose scavenging trailer. And with this one, we have limited storage space, but we also have an empty space for bigger objects, as well as the roof rack for bigger objects as well. I always keep, you know, I utilize this truck usually almost every time. I won't really use the other one unless I really need a backup. And I always keep these full of stuff here for the trader. We've got our gas, and everything on the vehicle is the way it's supposed to be. We've got our ATV right here, as well as the trailer. We've got some scrap metal that we carried back at one point in there. We've also got our log trailer right here. And, you know, that, like I said, the ATV is ready for use at any time if we got like a short trip or we just running minor stuff back and forth. We also got the log trailer here to help us out doing that stuff. And we've got our log racks, which are empty, of course, but those are there. Here's our backup truck, and that's connected to our scavenging trailer number 2, which is only if we're going out there to pick up little stuff. You know, plenty of storage space, very limited amount of open floor space for other stuff, but we do have the roof also in the event, and the back of the truck of course. And this is our fuel truck. And this is where we keep all our gasoline, propane tanks, and other larger propane tanks. Just keep them centralized in one spot, easy to find, and also help protect. You know, if that thing went up, man, that'd probably take the whole school out with it. But, yeah, we keep it outside the base for that reason. Then we got our entrance here. And, we didn't want to go through the school because of the zombies and the mist creatures that are in here. Every time I load in, there's going to be a bunch of them. So we don't go inside, but we utilize what's out here to get on top of our base. Freaking chicken. Here we've got all our storage for vehicle stuff. We've got gasoline, our engines, our tires, wagon wheels, all that stuff. Here we've got batteries and different things like that, our jumper cables, car jack, and let me take these out. These were supposed to be removed. We got our cinder blocks and bags of cement and stuff like that. And that's all the stuff down here, right here at the entryway. Here we've got, of course, we got our holiday inflatable things and the Santa Claus little puppet stuff. This is our, of course, like we were talking about earlier, this is our overlook to the main part of the base. So anybody coming up, if we got the door barricaded, you can come up here, take a defensive position or whatever. But we can also gives us access using the school to get up here on the roof. We'll go up top here later just to show everything there. The outside here of the school wall is completely surrounded with walls and doors. There's no way up onto the rooftop like right here for that. This part of the roof, I put the first floor section down so I could build the walls off of it. And this is the only part of the base that has these wooden floors. When you go outside here, we've got a few, but then the rest of it is just the original school roof. And before we get out here and run around and show all that stuff, we'll continue right here into the entrance of the base. Here we've got our bottle collection, and what we can't fit in there, we put in here. And we have here is a lot of our drinks, empty water bottles, expiring soda cans, stuff like that. And occasional food in here if we've got additional excess space. This one, I think, is just empty. I think I just didn't have a place for that. But it could be utilized also to assist with the farming stuff that we have here. Here's our general purpose storage containers all the way down the wall. All the crafting material that we need is separated by its own individual container. In general, it may cover the same category. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, my God. I just picked that up by mistake. Oh, and sometimes these are not easy to get back in place. There we go. All right, don't do that again. Sometimes these got, but basically each one's got their own item that's in there, except for the damn gloves again. That's paper, that's metal and components. So there's that. The rest of these have all the farming and tools implementation. That's our propane stuff and our additional tools and excess propane. Here's our repair bench, and with the repair bench, we've got all the stuff we need for repairs. And then over here, of course, we've got our batteries and dog stuff and baseball bats and crowbars. Here's our workbench, our saw bench, and we've got our tools all stacked up here on the wall in that container. So that is basically, this is our work area. And I do have a fireplace here, so you can relax at the end of the day, grab a beer, grab some whiskey, sit back and watch the fire after working on your project all day. In the room next to it is where we dry all our meat. This is our drying room. We've got all the animal hides drying. We've got our salt and stuff like that in here, and all the hides. The back room is our storage room. Water storage for the base, and then additional storage for furniture and bags and boxes and stuff like that. And that's all this room right here. Now, before we go outside, we'll continue all the way to the top of this part. And here we got our dog, Max. He's chilling out right there. Or Leo. What is his name? Yeah, Leo. Some plants. This is the main living room where people come to relax. The survivors come at the end of the day. We got our makeshift power so we can get old VCRs going to watch some movies. Sit around the fire. Eat your dinner here at an actual dinner table. Or if you're busy, you can grab a quick bite here in the kitchen where we've got our water distillers, our refrigerator, and additional kitchen utensils and cooking areas. Out here, we've got a relaxation deck. We've got a picnic table. You got a barbecue, some lawn chairs. Just a nice area out here where you can get outside and enjoy the weather without having to leave the base or go to the very top of the roof. And that's the kitchen area, and kitchen, living room, and dining area. Now, the top third floor here, this is the living quarters. However, at the very top of the stairs, for easy access to the people sleeping here so they can help defend the base, and to make it easy for people that are working if they need to respond, the armory is the first door at the top of the stairs. And here we've got our ammunition. This is our control center. We've got all our supplies in here for weapons and ammo crafting in these bags, sulfur, yeah, all that stuff. We've got a weapons locker here. Oh, I almost hit move. Where we've got weapons that are extra weapons locked up and secured, pistols, body armor, all that stuff. Here we've got more storage cases for ammunition. Some of these have ammo, some have components, and some are empty, but that's those. Our additional weapons here, rocket launchers grabbed for easy access. Our ammunition storage as well over here. And here's all our bow and bow crafting stuff, our arrows, more bows, feathers for crafting more arrows, and then we have our reloading bench so that we can make more ammo here as well too. This door is always kept locked, and well, not always kept locked. What am I talking about? I'm thinking of like a freaking vault. This is one of our This is one of our first bedrooms for a survivor. We've got clothing storage area. No bathroom. He's got to use the communal one, which is outside somewhere. Is the one Scott uses? No, I don't know. But that one doesn't have a bathroom. This one does. This is the executive suite, and you've got a double bed, guitar. You got a couple dressers. You got your own fireplace. You got your own bathroom in here, a big, huge walk-in bathroom with a giant bathtub. You got some towels on the shelves. So that's the luxury suite, Star Reaper's suite. And then you've got another hallway here that leads off to 2 additional rooms and an infirmary. So here's the infirmary for those sick and injured survivors to recover. We've got all our medical supplies here. That's where I put the syringes. And we've got a medical dummy here as well. And that's where the survivors recover. We've got another bedroom over here. I think this is the Big T suite. And he's got his guitar as well. You know, I never gave him a dresser, but I don't think Big T needs one, so I think we're okay. This is his bathroom. Unfortunately, it is not finished. There is no bathtub or anything like that in there, but that is a bathroom, so that room does have one. And then this is the last bedroom, and this one has, again, another nice bed, a fireplace. This one does have a dresser and a bathroom. So we'll go ahead and close that all up. And that is the living quarters for the survivors. And, of course, you know, there's always room for more. We've got a, which I'll get to later, but we got a cabin over there across the way. Matter of fact, we'll go do that now since we're right up here. So leaving the top floor where the residential areas is my living quarter. Since I built this base and I run this base, this is where I hang out. And I bring select survivors over here. No, I'm kidding. No, everybody's over here, and we'll have a cookout or a barbecue or whatever, chill out at the campfire, you know, at the end of the day. And this is my cabin here, my rocking chair. And this is where I would chill out. Got my own campfire, double bed. And here's I even got my own kitchen with table, coffee. Need that coffee. And out here, of course, here I have quick access to the top of the wall. So in the event we get an attack, I can respond and try to defend the base from any angle using the top of the wall here. So that's my living quarters and my cabin up on that on the center part of the base there. Now back inside and going back downstairs. So we've covered that. We have a door from the kitchen that leads up onto the roof. And from here, we can get access to the exterior of the walls if necessary, and as well as another way down and into the school through that door. And there are infected in there, so if for whatever reason that door was not there or was left open, they could come running out of there and right up into my base, which is why I have a door on here too, and a door on the walls. This is the rooftop of the base. We've got walls all the way around, and this is the entryway here from when you come into my base. For those unfamiliar, I'm just going through the whole base. And that is the entryway, and this leads out onto the roof underneath the overhang or the walkway that leads to where my cabin is. This is where Scott, who's currently embedded in the wall somewhere down below, this is his where he sleeps. We don't let him inside, but he's got a sleeping bag there, and this is where he chills out and has his own little campfire. Here's where we make our moonshine. I mean our fire bombs, and but no, that's where you make the moonshine for the survivors. And we've got our cooking out here. This is where we do all our food prepping and cooking, and we've got everything here for the fire. Excuse me. And as we finished up in the last episode, we've got our outdoor garden, outdoor, indoor, on the roof garden, and this is where we got all our vegetables grown. We got all our corn, our tomatoes. We've got additional stuff over here, soil bags, our shovels, and of course, way in the back, just so it doesn't bother anybody with the smoke, is our blacksmith shop. And this one runs all day long, making sure we got plenty of the stuff we need for the survivor camp. And we can craft all the resources we need on here. We can craft components. It's just a pain in the butt to go mine all that stuff. And here's our additional minerals. And that is the blacksmith shop. The walls continue around here. We've got 2 guard towers. One of them is accessed right through here. And this is where the survivors stand here and keep guard for any potential threats from that direction. We've got another one on the top of the school residential area on that side. That's a taller one than this one, but this is a good one too to keep track of this side with that encampment, as well as the hilltop over there. So now we can drop back down here. There we go. And we can get up on the wall, but we can do that right over here too. And here's the top of the walls in front of the base, so you can look down at any threat directed from the front of the school, as well as over here. You know, we can keep along the wall here and look down. This is our water storage tank. It looks like it's damn near empty. Wow. Guess it hasn't rained in a while. But when it rains, it'll fill back up. Okay. And the only other place left is the very top roof, and we are going to go up there next, but the only way to access that is from the outside. So running along here, take you up the side of the walls here, and now you're up on the roof. There's a tiny little deck up here, just big enough to keep track, and a place for the tower, for that watchtower, and then over here where you can kind of hang out and observe the area as well. Now, you can go up on the roof like this and go to the other side, but I wouldn't recommend it because you could fall off and all the way down below and just die. So, yeah, you kind of want to stay off the roof. However, sometimes during mist events, we'll get some of the infected up here, so you got to come up here and clean them off. And here's our last watchtower. And this one is all decked out with whiskey, coffee, and a gun. The other guy's not so lucky. But this guy is keeping track of the long road right there, so he needs a gun, to make sure he can spot him coming from a while away. And he also watches over the abandoned farmhouses down here. Now, the other guys will have a gun too, but he usually brings his with him, so we don't leave one up there. These we try to keep these manned with survivors, but right now the only survivor we got is myself and Scott. But in the future, when they introduce new survivors back into the game, that we can interact with and do more with, then we'll have more. But you know what I mean. This is the survivor base, so I'm anticipating we're going to have like 7 or 8 survivors living here. But either way, that's my base. That is the series. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. Like I said, I do plan on playing this game in the future because I know the dev has plans to improve on this and keep adding stuff. Hopefully he'll do some of the bug fixes. But either way, I'm still having fun. I don't hate the game. I've done what I can right now with what we have, and there's no point in just continuing to play and just doing mundane stuff. I'll just wait until we get a new series, new content, and we'll do Brand new series starting from scratch. But either way, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching my series and for watching my channel. I do appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Until next time, guys, thank you again. And I'll catch you all later.